Good day, everyone. Welcome to Dive Africa Soft Skill class. My name is Serinda Caroline Fatoba, and I'll be your facilitator for this class. Today, we are going to be looking at adaptability and growth mindset. Adaptability and growth mindset. Here is a truth: in tech, the only constant is change. New tools, new roles, new problems, everything moves fast. The people who thrive aren't the smartest, they are the what, the most adaptable. If you are able to adapt to the change that is happening, those are the individuals that will be able to what, thrive and not strive. Thrive and not strive. I want you to say this to yourself. Please, please repeat after me. Adaptability isn't about being perfect, it is about staying open and flexible. I hope you are saying that. Adaptability isn't about being perfect, it is about staying open and flexible. And a growth mindset is what makes that happen. Can you see that? A growth mindset is what is going to make it happen. So tell yourself, I have a growth mindset and not a fixed mindset. That is what we're going to be looking at. Adaptability and growth mindset, striving through change and continuous what, learning. Do you see that? Continuous learning. Oh, so don't say, oh, now I am a graduate, I have my BSc, I have done different or series certification, and I'm done. I'm done with reading, I'm done with learning anything. Please change that mindset. If you have that kind of mindset, you need to embrace a lifelong learning. If you are a professional, not just any other individual, if you are a professional, you want to keep growing in your career or in the career ladder, please kindly embrace lifelong learning. Kindly look at the model outline. This is what we are going to be looking at in adaptability and growth mindset class. This is our learning objective: differentiate between a fixed and growth mindset, reframe failure as a step towards learning and innovation. So all these are what it is expected of you to have learned at the end of this adaptability and growth mindset class. Very, very important. Adaptability and growth mindset. Do you know that in the professional world, especially in industries like technology, change is the only constant, just like I mentioned. New tools, new ways of doing things, and new expectations show up all the time. Some people find this exciting, while others find it stressful. The difference between both groups often comes down to adaptability and mindset. If we should get two different individuals that studied, let's say, computer science, someone that studied in the 90s and someone that studied, let's say, in the 20, let's say in the person studied in the, maybe graduated, let's say 2020, and someone that graduated, let's say 1993. Those two individuals, we should now bring them, you know we should bring them here now and say, okay, please, you that graduated 1993, can you tell us or explain a particular thing for us? And you that graduated in 2020, can you tell us or explain something for us? You know that that individual that graduated in 1993, right, what they taught him or her is quite different. That individual quite different from someone that graduated in 2020. Like, the person now have advanced knowledge about some things that was not in place or invoked then, but the person now have the knowledge. So if somebody that's already or have BSc as at 1993, and he or she refused to upgrade their knowledge, that kind of individual will not go far. Nobody will be able to employ that person as a computer teacher, because I remember those days when I was in primary school, secondary school, right? Those computer teachers, I don't know what they were teaching us, right? I don't know. So that's why, as an individual, I need to embrace learning. Some of all those tech things that some of us are doing now, we learned it ourselves. Those, not the deep work now, those ones, right? Maybe how to make use of Excel. That's why we have YouTube. Go there to watch YouTube, learn how to make use of Microsoft. There are some things that if we ask some of us on, this call, how do you know this? You just say, I learned it on my own. That's the beauty of what, having a growth mindset. That's the beauty of technology in this age. You don't have to wait for someone, you don't have to enroll in a particular place physically before you start learning. If I should ask some of us now, some of us might not be in Lagos, some of us might be in Lagos, like me, I'm in Lagos, but we are in different location, right? And we are learning together. That's the beauty of what digital age in this in this era that we are, right? The difference between both groups often comes down to adaptability and what mindset. So adaptability is how you adjust when plans, tools, or circumstances change, while growth mindset is believing that your abilities and intelligence can grow with time, practice, and what effort. When you combine both, you become what, unstoppable. When you combine both, you become unhindered. When you combine both, nothing nothing can actually make you feel less of yourself, because you understand and you know what you're doing, right? When you combine both, you become unstable because you can handle challenges with confidence. Someone that have adaptability skills, have adaptability spirit, they can handle what, opportunities or obstacles that come their way while they continue to grow. There's this example that people like using, the lily flower. Is it lily flower, if I'm correct? That flower grew in a very awkward environment, dirty environment, but irrespective of all the odd, against all odd, the flower still what, became very extraordinary and beautiful. So irrespective of your location, oh, don't say, we have different stories now. You see, no stories no that there, so you have no excuse that because you are staying or living in Mushin or Ajegunle, that's why your life is the way it is. No, 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 no. You can change the story of your life. You can actually make your life play in the direction you want it to play. If it is a good way, bad way, it's left to you. Adaptability, the skills of adjusting your thoughts, behaviors, and action to suit new challenges, environments, or opportunities without losing focus. Or don't say because you are not in Nigeria, you should now lose focus about what you want to do, because you are not in another country, you are doing something else. Irrespective of the area, environment you are, don't lose focus. Don't lose focus. Don't be distracted. Growth mindset, the belief that your talents and intelligence are not fixed. They can be developed through what, learning, effort, and persistency. Yeah, you can develop your mindset, your belief, yourself through learning, effort, and persistency. Don't just learn, you need to put in the effort and be persistent and even consistent, right? Instead of saying I am not good at public speaking, you say I am not good at public speaking yet, but I can learn. I can learn. There are some individuals that will tell you when they went for a job interview, right? It's not that they have all the knowledge about that job position. Some individuals, they just learn, just like you're learning. Maybe they just learn a particular tech skill, but they need a job so that they'll be able to be better in what they are doing. But because of they are open-minded, they have a growth mindset, they are not doing ITK, I too know, oh, they know everything in the whole world. No, they are open into correction and they want to grow. That is why they get the job. So you must be that kind of individual. Let us look at the difference between fixed versus growth mindset. A fixed mindset believes abilities are permanent, while a growth mindset believes abilities grow with effort. So let's look at the table, the differences. I can get better with practice. A fixed mindset is say I am either good at this or I'm not. They believe that nothing good can even come out from them. They just keep downgrading or belittling themselves with words and their action. Someone with a growth mindset will embrace challenges. Someone with a fixed mindset will avoid challenges. Someone with a growth mindset learn from failure. Someone with a fixed mindset fear failure. Someone with a growth mindset, they persist despite setback. Why someone with a fixed mindset, they give up what, easily. Don't be that kind of individual that give up easily. Say to yourself, I will not give up. Irrespective of what the situation or circumstance, there will always be a way out. Just be strong for yourself, have perseverance, and be able to what, to get out of it. Let's look at the role of failure in innovation. The role of failure in innovation. Failure is not the end. It is not the end. It is a pathway to success. Every mistake contains a lesson that brings you closer to the what? To the right solution. There are many of times I can tell us categorically different individuals have had stories of failure, of their most beloved celebrity or mentor in this industry or any industry they are actually pursuing, but they keep what they still have this fear of failure. Why do you have the fear of failure? Somebody will say the only thing somebody maybe you're trying to apply for a position, the only thing they will say to you is no. They won't kill you, they won't embarrass you. When they say no to you, will you now stop because you've not received yes? You need to keep going until you receive many yes as possible. That should be your deal. That should be your focus. Feedback as fuel. Let feedback be your petrol. Just as if we want to move our car, we need petrol inside of it, right? So let feedback be your cheerleader, be your push. Feedback is not criticism, it is free insight into how you can grow. Oh, how can I grow as a professional? Be a professional who embrace feedback, progress faster. Be a professional who embrace feedback. Professional who embrace feedback progress faster than those who fear it. Yeah. So don't be that individual that, oh, I'm scared, I can't speak in front of many people. Oh my god. When your helper, someone that will help you is there. So ways to use feedback effectively. We have 3 points. Kindly go through all this on how to use feedback effectively. Thriving in changing work environment. I don't know, some of us might be able to relate, but you might be in a particular, maybe your previous workplace, you have the same role title, you were doing the same role title as what you are doing in your present workplace, but you will discover that sometimes there are still some differences in what you are doing, maybe in relating with people, how things are being done. So don't say, oh, because you are leaving your previous workplace, you're not bringing that same attitude. You need to be when you are going into a new setting, you need to just be open-minded, open your mind, just have this freshness that, oh, so that you'll be able to accommodate whatever they are doing. Because the way they do in Rome, that's not how they are doing in Nigeria. Oh. So you need to be open-minded, right? How to thrive. Stay focused about new trends and technologies. Focus on what you can control. Maintain a solution first mindset. Learning agility. Learn, unlearn, and relearn. Yeah, so people just use the word, but they are not doing it. Oh, I will learn, I will unlearn, I will relearn, but they are not doing it. Right? You need to be that kind of individual that you are able to unlearn some certain things that doesn't align with the value of the organization you are working with or your stakeholders. Then relearn. You are relearning, but it's not harming you. If it's not something that is not harming you, adjust to it. That's why we're talking about adaptability. Adjust to it and be better. Steps to building agility. We have keep a learning playlist, right? Volunteer for new projects. Reflect weekly. When you keep a learning playlist, it's going to help you. Oh, I learned this from my mentor, I learned this when I took this course in Allinson, I learned this when I took this course on YouTube. All those things will actually help you to be able to learn different different areas on whatever role that you are in, right? So we have a scenario now. A marketing professional transition into UX design. She takes online courses, join communities, and practice through mini projects until she's confident in her new field. So she will not say, oh, I'm a marketing professional, I understand what UX UI designer are doing, right? We know that there will be some transferable skill, but she still need to slow down. For the fact that she has maybe 10 years in marketing doesn't mean she has 10 years in UX UI design, right? She might have transferable skill. She needs to also calm down and learn from even someone that is in UX design that has about 3 years of experience. So personal intervention and career pivot. Personal reinvention. Reinvention means upgrading yourself for the future. In tech and other dynamic field, roles evolve. You must evolve too. Don't be stagnant. Just like the example I gave, someone that got or acquire a BS certificate in 1993 and did not upgrade in this in 2020 or 2025. Oh, that person, nobody will employ that individual unless that person doesn't want to work in a professional setting, right? So very important to reinvent yourself. And how to reinvent yourself: identify your transferable skill. Just like I mentioned, there are some transferable skills in some particular um field that will also be useful if you are transitioning into another field. We have explore adjacent field, build small project or portfolio in your what new area. If it's to intern, as you are interning, you are learning, you are adding to your knowledge back. So all those areas are very important. Adaptability in client and stakeholder expectation. Sometimes clients or leader change direction mid project. Adaptability help you stay calm and deliver quality. Yeah, because you're not working alone, you're working with different people, you have superior, they might tell you to change what you are working on. So you should be able to adapt quickly, you should be able to switch, right? It's something that you learn. So these are the tips that you can actually use. Kindly go through the 3 tips. Being open to new tools and processes. Yeah, the best professional never stop exploring. Adapt Adopting new tools make your workflow faster and what smarter. Don't just be one way traffic. You don't want to try another method. Why? Be open minded, try new things, practice these habits. Try one new tool each quarter. Assess if it save time or improve quality. Share discoveries with your team. Share discovery. Oh, I discovered something like this. Share, so that everybody can keep learning and grow. There are some things that you don't need to gatekeep. Oh, I don't want them to know that. If you don't tell them, they might still find out one way. But at least try to what also um impact their journey. Let them be able to say that, oh, this person inspired me in my journey to becoming a project or project manager, right? Managing ambiguity and uncertainty. Ambiguity means things aren't fully clear, but work still needs to continue, right? It's about making progress even without all the answer. Yeah, each and every one of us, we keep connecting the dots, because if you wait till when you figure everything about your life, maybe you'll be 60 or 70 then. So you just need to keep moving until you keep figuring out everything, then you keep connecting the dots. Don't wait that, oh, I'm waiting, then you fold your hand doing nothing. That's very dangerous. How to stay calm and productive: start with what you know, refine as you go, ask clarifying questions early, text ideas with quick low scale prototypes. It's very important, because sometimes in if you want to really grow as a professional, you cannot do it alone. You can't do life alone. You need to have what you need to have friends that are also in the career path that you're doing, or you make some individuals your uh, mentor in your field, right? Very important. Reskilling and upskilling pathway. Reskilling means learning new skills for a different role. Upskilling means deepening skills in your current role. So this is one of the things that you're going to come across in your journey to becoming a highly qualified or sought after professional, right? So how to plan your learning journey: identify future skills in demand, allocate regular time for learning, seek mentorship and peer accountability. So you can tell yourself that, oh, for instance, I mentioned my name, Temidayo, I'm going to learn at least 30 minutes every 3 days, right? On a particular skill I want to what? I want to upskill. I want to be better in this, right? That if they are looking for anybody to do this work, they will call me, because I'm going to give and do an excellent job, right? Learning from setback. Every setback hold a lesson. The key is reflection. So don't just let setback be like a prayer point, or something that you just dread. Make it like a stepping stone. Learn from it. And we have 3 simple step approach: analyze what went wrong, identify what is within your control, plan what to do differently next time. For scenario, you miss a project deadline. Instead of feeling defeated, you might feel very bad about it, right? But Dust your slippers and continue. Don't let it now make you down. You're now very down, stranded, or you just kill your morale. No, keep going, right? Self coaching practice. Seriously, self coaching is very, like, it's the best because nobody will teach you. You need to coach yourself. Even if you go for a paid coaching class or a professional coaching class, you still need to coach yourself so that everything will sink in. Self coaching means guiding your own growth through reflection and self awareness. And we have ways that you can practice self coaching. We have a scenario here. At the end of each week, you write one insight and one action to improve. Over time, these habits build confidence and emotional maturity. You keep getting better and better and better. Key takeaway that I want each and every one of us to have: adaptability and growth mindset are not just nice to have skills, they are career survival skills. So if you want to survive as a professional, now that you're not even in tech that is now one of the most talked about career paths, you need adaptability and growth mindset. You need to have that skill. When you believe you can grow, learn and adjust, no change can intimidate you. You stop seeing obstacles as problem and start seeing them as possibilities. Yeah, see it as possibilities. Let it be your superpower. Let it be your cheerleader. Be yourself cheerleader, and it will actually help you to keep going. I want to believe we actually learned something new that is going to fuel us in this journey of becoming a highly sought after professional in the tech space, right? So make sure you jot down your lesson derived. Yeah, through the lesson objective, what you learned, how you want to how you want it to impact your life, your journey, so that you can be better and better and better. Kindly do well to take this assessment objective question. Choose the correct option. The answers you just want to find, and make sure you send your answers to Dive Africa email address. I'm going to receive every of your assessment. Please make sure it is part of the criteria of this course, to scale through. Kindly make sure you take all the assessment objective question. If truly we want to just test if truly you understood this class, this soft skill class, and you've been following all through, make sure you take the class. So number 3 here says reskilling means managing ambiguity means, which is a self-coaching practice. So make sure you take the assessment and see yourself becoming that guru in the making. Thank you so much for attending the adaptability and growth mindset soft skill class. I wish you all the best success in your professional career. Thank you.